You won't believe what just came out in court. Day 2 of the Diddy trial hit like a bombshell. And the person at the center of it all? Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, who just dropped some of the most disturbing details we've ever heard in a courtroom.
9-month pregnant Cassie Ventura on her way to court this morning. Just after 11 a.m., she was sworn in and within minutes broke into tears while reliving the alleged physical and psychological abuse at the hands of Diddy.
Cassie entered the courtroom looking bold and about 9 months pregnant. Everyone stopped what they were doing. No one expected her to walk in like that. She didn't even look at Diddy, but he couldn't stop staring at her. This was their first face-to-face moment in 6 years. And what followed was Cassie revealing some of the most twisted hotel rituals you've ever heard. Here's the deal. Diddy isn't on trial for just being mean or violent. The charges are serious: sex trafficking, forced labor, and racketeering. The goal? To prove that what happened wasn't just bad behavior, but part of a larger system, an organized pattern that broke the law. Cassie's testimony is key to proving that. Before Cassie took the stand, another man did, Daniel Phillip, a male escort. He told the court he was paid to sleep with Cassie while Diddy watched and filmed it. Diddy's lawyer tried to spin it as consensual. But when asked if Cassie was in control, the escort couldn't say yes. That answer changed everything.
Sean Combs is a complicated man, but this is not a complicated case. This case is about love, jealousy, infidelity, and money. This case is about voluntary adult choices made by capable adults and consensual relationships.
Cassie began by explaining how she met Diddy when she was just 19. 2 years later, on her 21st birthday, he kissed her in Vegas and invited her to a hotel in Manhattan. That's when, she says, things started to get weird. She said their first time together involved drugs, specifically a pill called Blue Dolphin. And from there, the control began. Cassie told the jury that Diddy wanted total control. What she wore, how her nails looked, even how she smiled. He told her to stay tan, pushed for breast implants, and even criticized her hair for making her look too Mexican. If she didn't meet his standards, she said he hit her in the face, and not just once. Now let's talk about the hotel rituals Cassie called freak-offs. According to her, these were carefully planned and extremely disturbing.
And how did you learn what a freak-off was?
Within the first year of our relationship, Sean proposed to me this idea, this sexual encounter that he called voyeurism, where he would watch me have intercourse and sexual activity with a third party, specifically another man.
Cassie said Diddy's team would prep hotel rooms, setting up baby oil, candles, and condoms. Everything had to be just right. She said Diddy only wanted Johnson's brand baby oil and it had to be warmed in sinks. Sometimes they even brought in a kiddie pool. Yes, a plastic pool in the middle of the hotel room, filled with oil and lube. Cassie said she had to climb in fully dressed. Diddy wanted a show. She said they used up to 10 giant bottles of baby oil per session, and sometimes these sessions lasted 3 to 4 days.
It would depend on how long they were. They ranged anywhere from 36, 48 to 72 hours. I feel like the longest one ever was 4 days, maybe even more, like on and off with breaks. So it was a significant part of the week.
Here's where things get even more serious. Cassie claimed that Diddy's staff were the ones preparing these rooms. They brought the oil, the lube, and the condoms. And when they ran out, Cassie said they'd tip hotel workers to bring more. This isn't just gross. In court, it matters because it shows Diddy wasn't doing this alone. He had people helping him, people in his inner circle. And that fits the definition of racketeering, organizing illegal activity through a group or enterprise. Cassie said she was the one booking male escorts after a while. She even used fake names for travel and hotel bookings, names like Jackie Starr and Frank White.
I was put on that task to find escorts.
And who, if anyone, put you on that task?
Sean did.
But she said she didn't do it because she wanted to. She said Diddy made her. She also claimed she booked flights for the escorts, often calling them new staff to avoid suspicion. That detail is huge. Why? Because flying escorts across state lines for sexual acts can be charged under something called the Mann Act. That's a federal crime, and it's one of the things Diddy is being accused of. Cassie didn't hold back. She described how Diddy insisted that she and the escorts be shiny with oil the entire time. If she looked dry, everything had to stop so she could reapply. She said Diddy also wanted things like candle wax poured on her. Sometimes the sessions turned even more degrading. She testified that Diddy and sometimes the escorts would urinate on her.
Sometimes Sean would have, he would have the escort urinate on me. Sometimes there was so much going on, I don't know how they got soiled the way they did.
In one case, she said an escort peed into her mouth and she couldn't stop it. The jury was visibly shaken. One juror kept shaking his head. Another looked completely stunned. Even Diddy's son's mother walked out of the courtroom during this part. Cassie also said that after some sessions, the hotels charged huge fees to clean up. She mentioned the Intercontinental Hotel in New York, saying they were charged for redecorating after one of the freak-offs. She said the rooms would smell like sweat, body odor, candle wax, even urine and blood. And yes, she said she was expected to join even while on her period.
You described wax and oil damage. What else, if anything, was soiling the linens?
Sometimes blood, urine.
So starting with blood, how would blood get on the linens at freak-offs?
I was expected to have freak-offs on my period.
Cassie also talked about how Diddy tracked everything she did. He took her phone, her laptop, and her car keys. He controlled her money and her career. She said she wrote hundreds of songs, but only one album came out.
Ultimately, at that point, Sean controlled a lot of my life. Whether it was career, the way I dressed, like everything. And I just didn't feel like I had much say in it at that time, being like, really super young, naive, total people pleaser, yeah. I didn't know if he would be upset enough to be violent, or if he would write me off and just not want to be with me at all.
She said she stayed because she thought it was all she was good for, and that saying no could mean getting hit, blackmailed, or dumped. She also said she believed some of the freak-off videos were used as blackmail. She was scared they could be leaked anytime. Cassie named names of Diddy's staff. People like Christina Carorum, Neil Dominique, David James, and his security team, Bones, Uncle Paulie, Drock, and Malik. She said they helped plan and carry out the freak-offs. That matters in court because RICO charges need proof that more than one person was involved in a criminal enterprise. Finally, Cassie talked about the infamous hotel video, the one where Diddy is seen dragging her and throwing her down. It happened after another freak-off. She said she tried to run, but Diddy caught her. She said she stayed on the floor, hoping it would stop. When asked how many times this happened, she said, "Too many to count." The court watched the video again, and it didn't match what Diddy's team claimed. They said he was just grabbing his phone. But the video showed him taking Cassie's bags first, then coming back for her after already walking away. Why come back if you already have what you wanted? The trial is far from finished. Cassie is expected to continue testifying. Diddy's lawyers haven't cross-examined her yet. And we're still waiting to find out if the court will show those hotel freak-off videos to the public or keep them private. But one thing's clear. This trial isn't just about celebrity gossip. These are federal crimes we're talking about. And Cassie's testimony? It might change everything.